we wait for the 5 red lights to come on. 36 laps about to go racing. We celebrate the 150th race of Formula E. It's time for a milestone in Mexico as we go racing. Good start from Barnard off the front row of the grid. He pulls alongside and tries to challenge against Sebastian Buemi down towards the first corner, but Buemi chops his nose up and goes deep. He's gone off straight down at turn 1. So Barnard through and into the lead. Buemi is out of contention for the victory, and the race isn't even a quarter old. Let's have a look at what happened then for Buemi. So didn't get particularly the best start off the grid. That left him vulnerable to Taylor Barnard. He moved over on him and then
brake way too late. Way too late. I mean, the two of them braked too late, but Taylor just managed to get away with it.
Keep an eye out for Jake Dennis as well. He's fancying a slice of the action as well as Pascal Wehrlein. He's got the extra traction, he's got the extra speed, and now he's side by side with his teammate for second as we flick it through into the right and the left-hander. This is going to be really interesting to see what Wehrlein will be able to do, and surely he's going to be ahead of his teammate before we get into the braking zone.
Yeah, he's gone from 8th to 2nd in just over a lap, hasn't he? So that shows how powerful the attack mode is, and that's a message that will go out to all the other teams as well as to what's going to happen when their drivers take it.
The disadvantage here for Pascal Wehrlein is, of course, he's now exercising, using more energy compared to the other drivers around. He's going to have to save that a little bit later on.
So regarding your Porsche strategy, it looks like they've swapped the places. They put Muller in front. Muller's got more energy, likely, at this point of the race. And Pascal Wehrlein's going to be able to slipstream Muller and try and be a bit more efficient and recover some of that deficit.
Yeah, Pascal Wehrlein then now into second place with his teammate Nico Muller in the front of this one at the start of lap 9. There's still only 4 out of the 20 drivers who are actively in this race that have expended their attack modes, and you see Muller go for the defensive line and not holding up too much of a challenge there as Mortara goes through for the lead at the start of lap 12. Nick de Vries has come to a stop on the track, and I hope it's in a safe place. I hope it's in a place that can be recovered, because the yellow flag is out at turn 1. If they can't get that car recovered, we may end up seeing a full course yellow, possibly a safety car.
Attention everyone, this is race control speaking. We go full course yellow in 3, 2, 1, full course yellow please.
So Da Costa shuffles Oliver Rowland out to the grass going into the complex, and subsequently Rowland then also manages to clip the back of another driver in front of him.
So he loses all of his attack mode that he could have used, and he gets shuffled out.
Whoa! Well, there we go. That's a big moment coming down into the complex, and it's eliminating one of the Jaguars from this race as well.
Da Costa.
Yeah, Da Costa in some bother then. Huge drama here on lap 25. The yellow flag is out. There's debris stricken all over the circuit, and we'll have to pick the bones out of that one. The yellow flag has gone away, so hopefully we don't get another full course yellow or another safety car.
The problem is, if you wait any longer to take your attack mode, the pace of the race increases, or the lap time decreases, and it makes it more and more difficult to actually utilize that attack mode to make an overtake. So I feel there's been a bit of a missed thing here from Nico Muller. He's leading on track, but it's going to be very difficult for him to maintain that when he takes his attack mode.
Yeah, it's leaving him vulnerable here.
Yeah, but he's doing... Oh, he's gone wide!
He's gone wide down at turn 5. He's opened the door, and through goes Mitch Evans to the race lead on lap 28. Cassidy through into the lead at the start of lap 30 then, so Nick Cassidy in the Citroen is ahead of Eduardo Mortara, and he's got more attack mode remaining relative to the Swiss driver.
Okay, get it spent, you've got the most energy ahead of you, good power offsets ahead.
Dennis being told to pick up the pace then.
What a performance from Cassidy. Another absolute masterclass of how to manage your energy.
Dennis, with 1 minute remaining on the clock, is in attack mode, and it's now or never time for the Briton. Can he make it 2 wins from 2 races in the opening 2 rounds of 2026? He's going to pull alongside Nico Muller as we ride on board with the Season 9 World Champion. He's hard on the brakes into turn 9, and surely he is through into 3rd position. Now, with the last 20 seconds of attack mode remaining, Dennis has got to find his way through on Mortara and Cassidy. 450 metres, the start-finish straight. Mortara tries to defend it down in towards turn 1. They go to the left-hand side of the circuit, and Dennis is surely going to run out of attack mode here as they come on the exit of the corner. He's got extra speed, he's got extra traction, he's got the inside line through into turn 3. Mortara's going to try and defend. There's contact as he gets his front wing clipped, and Dennis doesn't get the better of Eduardo Mortara and is now out of attack mode. Dennis goes through for his attack mode deployment then.
And Mortara as well. Yep. So everyone's taken their final attack mode.
So Mortara and Dennis, 4 minutes left on the clock then for them. Cassidy's just about to come to the end of it, but he's got a 2-second buffer over the rest of the field. Is that going to be the decisive margin that the Kiwi needs?
These guys settle in, we'll take energy and we can guys.
Down the start-finish straight, Oliver Rowland.
Oh, it's going to be tight.
Trying to attack against Nico Muller into turn one. Can he get it done?
Dennis past Muller as well.
Beautiful for Jake Dennis then. So Muller loses 2 places in the space of one corner. Rowland is through, Dennis is through.
This is so close. I have no idea which one of the top 4 is going to come out with a victory.
Yeah, 4 drivers all in contention for this one. So 1 minute left of that attack mode, and Dennis is right now on the gearbox of Eduardo Mortara, so he's certainly in contention for the challenge for victory. But Rowland is trying to disrupt the Season 9 World Champions Challenge as he looks for the outside line into turn 5.
Mortara has to get the move done now. If he's going to take Cassidy, he's going to have to take the risk, spend a bit of extra energy and do it right now.
Yeah, decisive there, but Cassidy defends the line into turn 9 unless he runs it a bit deep, but he does, and he holds it quite nicely. Cassidy's going to park the car on the inside, which he's entitled to do. Doesn't chop over, it's going to leave him vulnerable to Jake Dennis, who's now side by side with Oliver Rowland. Rowland challenging through for 3rd place as we come into the stadium, then into the right-hander, and Rowland is up and into the final podium places once more.
24 seconds left to get this move done for Edo Mortara.
Yeah, out of the final corner of the Peraltada. It's now or never time for Eduardo Mortara in the challenge for victory. He'll know that. The team radio will have told him that. He needs to get a good run out of turn 16 then, but he's not got it. He's got the slipstream, he's got an advantage in pace, but he's not got the opportunity to attack for the race lead. As we start the final lap, it's advantage Nick Cassidy as Mortara comes to the end of his attack mode deployment, and likewise Jake Dennis. We come through to the final corner, and it's going to be a debut victory for Citroën here in Formula E. It's going to be Nick Cassidy's first win of the season in Mexico City. What a drive and what a performance from 13th on the grid. Nick Cassidy will come across the line to take the checkered flag and win the Mexico City E-Prix. Eduardo Mortara is second. Oliver Rowland is on the podium once again in 3rd position, ahead of Taylor Barnard, Jake Dennis and Pascal Wehrlein, and Pepe Marti in 7th position as well. What a phenomenal drive from the Kiwi. What a great job from the Citroën team to secure their first win in Formula E as well. Let's get classification though of the Hankook Mexico City E-Prix. So Nick Cassidy takes his first win of the season, the 12th of his career, ahead of Eduardo Mortara and Ollie Rowland, Taylor Barnard, and then Jake Dennis, who I think will be a bit disappointed with 5th place, given he was in the podium positions right up until the final lap. He was just in front of Pascal Wehrlein, and Pepe Marti, 20th, from 20th on the grid to 7th. Points in his second race. That's an amazing job from the Spaniard. He was ahead of Jean-Eric Verne, so double points for Citroën here in Mexico, ahead of Muller and Nato.
Nick Cassidy, congratulations, a winner with Citroën, just your 2nd weekend with the team. Fantastic crowd here. How does this feel?
This is unbelievable in front of all these amazing fans. I mean, this atmosphere is second to none in Formula E. So to get a win here, it's with Citroën. I mean, what a dream start we've had. Just so happy for my guys, and yeah, thanks to them for believing me in me and you know, bringing me to be part of this project. I think there's some really cool times ahead, but man, what a moment.
It's Nick Cassidy at the top of the pile by 4 points over Jake Dennis, and subsequent 2 points ahead of Oliver Rowland. Pascal Wehrlein in 4th place ahead of Eduardo Mortara, who's up into 5th, and Barnard, who elevates himself into 6th position. Nico Muller, Max Günther, Sebastian Buemi, and then Joel Eriksson all move down a few places there respectively. Carlos Martinez Velasquez, then the Director General of Mexico City Tourism Promotion Fund, awarding the winner's trophy to Nick Cassidy. His 12th win in Formula E, the first ever for Citroën in the championship. And a fantastic way for him to kick off season 12 now with the victory in the second race, but also the lead in the Drivers' World Championship. Now time for the Tattinger champagne to be sprayed here on the stage. What a phenomenal atmosphere we've had this weekend in Mexico City. It has been an incredible weekend. The crowd here have been phenomenal, and I'm sure they were thoroughly enjoying that race from the grandstands. And I'm sure the Citroën team were enjoying it even more from the pit box as well.